Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Starting next week on March 4th, we're gonna get some permanent edition 2 treasure goblins, an overhaul as well as an event coming into the game here. And some of those goblins gonna drop you a guaranteed 100% chance for a mythic plus a resplendent spark. And then others here are gonna drop Obduxite, so you might know some of these from Diablo 3, and they are finally coming into Diablo 4. Let's get into all the details here. So they just published this blog here, which I'm gonna link below. Gilded Goblins Glare event is coming here. The Undergrowth of Sanctuary is rife with creatures of the greediest inculcations. This March of the Goblins introduces 6 brand new goblin variants. And then here, this sentence is very important. Who will remain in the game after the increased goblin activity has ended. So I've seen a bit of confusion about this. So the event starts next week on March. So that's in just a few days. Tuesday is always patch day. So the event starts in March. It's going to go for a full week. And during this time, there's basically, the way I understand it, like a higher increased chance to encounter these goblin variants, but it clearly says here that they will remain in the game even after the increased goblin activity has ended. So this is a very cool system, and this reminds me a lot of what we had in Diablo 3 with the goblins, which were, you know, way cooler than the, like, you know, boring, like, one type of goblin that we have at the moment in Diablo 4. So I'm really happy of them basically increasing and changing up the variants here and adding all these new cool goblins. We're going to get into all the details. And also there's going to be a reputation track that you can add up, you know, and get another resplendent spark here, both in Eternal and Seasonal Realm across the world tiers. And the way I understand it, some goblins in higher world tiers will drop even more stuff. But let's get into the details here with the goblins. So first of all, we have the Odious Actor here. This is, or looks to be, the Obduxite slash Odious Collector that you know from Diablo 3. So this one is going to have a bunch of crafting mats, as well as the Obduxite for your masterworking. So it's probably going to have like Veiled Crystals, Rawhides, Iron Chunks, like all the stuff that you need for crafting, plus extra Obduxite here. So that's going to be a really cool goblin. Usually, like in D3, like these green goblins are like the main thing to hunt, basically. So the Obduxite only drops when you find them in Torment tiers. Then we have the Gilded Baron here. This is the Golden Goblin. So I'm not quite sure how much gold this guy is going to drop. I think it needs to be a lot to be worth it. I would say it would need to be like at least like 50 million or something. Like, I don't know, like gold right now is like something that you get a lot, especially with the current season theme, the Witch Tide. So, I mean, it needs to be at least a double-digit million for these goblins to be worth it. I would even think like 100 million would be like a fair gold amount, but you can let me know down in the comments how much gold you think the Gilded Baron is going to drop here. And then we have the Glittering Prime. This one here is going to drop runes plus gem fragments. You can already see here in the screenshot like how the gem fragments here fall on the floor, so you're gonna get both of those. And then when you kill it in the higher torments, it also gives you the Undercity tributes here, as well as scattered prisms to add sockets to your gear. So that's also gonna be super cool, especially if it has a chance to drop you those mythic Undercity tributes, or even the refinement ones. I'm really still hoping that they're gonna fix the Undercity bug, because right now there's still a bug where you sometimes, if you play in a group, don't get the rewards. But overall, this is a very cool goblin as well. Then we have the Curus Merle here. This one is giving obols here to gamba with. However, like, gambling items right now is not really that great. There's been some hints in some of the recent developers' interviews that they might change this and buff the obols again, because they nerfed this, and gambling with obols right now feels a bit underwhelming. But however, there's a goblin. This reminds me a lot of the Blood Shard goblin that we had in Diablo 3, where, you know, you get the Blood Shard and you can gamble at Kadala. The next one here is also one that they took huge inspiration from Diablo 3. This is the Blue Goblin that splits into multiple goblins on kill here. So you can see here, this guy splits into 3, and I think there's a text here saying it. Slay this pair, okay, before your very eyes. Upon being killed, the gelatinous goblin splits into 2 goblins, slaying this pair to have them multiply into 3. So it looks like they're going to split into 3 goblins, basically. And they're gonna give you, if you kill the small goblins, they're also gonna give you a ton of loot here. It drops 1 legendary item with an increased chance of dropping an additional legendary item at higher torment tiers. I hope they mean this is gonna be ancestral or something. Gold, boss summoning materials, and the chance of an elixir. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean, this is like gonna be like the strength in numbers, because you're gonna be like, they're gonna be splitting in many, so you're gonna be killing like a lot of them, and that's gonna be pretty juicy. And then here, probably the coolest goblin of them all. This one has been hinted because people have been seeing like a purple goblin portal before when they killed a goblin, so this might already be in the game right now, but it's gonna get activated next week basically. And this goblin here basically drops you a guaranteed Resplendent Spark as well as a mythic unique. You guys can see down here. The goblin is the stuff of legends, maybe even a myth. Some believe this goblin to be so incredibly rare, its very existence is even called into question. So they're gonna make it work for it, man. If you manage to even spy a fancy old fabric, seize the opportunity. For you may never get this 1 in a million. So I'm not sure if they mean this literally. Like they might mean this literally, but 1 in a million? Okay, I mean, that's gonna be pretty rare, right? We'll see. Managing to kill it grants you a mythic unique, a resplendent spark, and earns you bragging rights for all time. Remember, these new goblin variants will stay across all realms after the March of Goblin has ended, so they confirm it here again. But the best time to hunt them is now, basically like next week when it starts, because they're gonna have increased numbers. And then you have these climb goblin slaying ranks. And I know Wowhead, I think, put out an article about these goblins. I think, yeah, right here. They put out this like full article where they already data mined a lot of the gifts here that the goblin is gonna give. So we already like, this is what it's gonna look like most likely here. So Frederick's gift, this is like the event rewards, March of the Goblins emblem. This is also like, I think, some of the reputation rewards here. They have all been data mined. I'm gonna link this below as well. We already made a video a couple days ago about this. But now we actually know what it's about. So yeah, you hear the Merle's gift, like all these like kind of different rewards that I would assume that you're gonna get. As well as here, Unceasing Goblin Gift, Rune Cache, Kura's Undercity Tributes. So it looks like those goblins are gonna drop these caches that then contain these items. That's how it looks to me. And I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I think they're gonna be account bound, guys. And yeah, that's a bit of an L, of course. I don't know why they keep doing that. But yeah, either way, you can climb the ranks. And at the end of this, guys, you're gonna get another Resplendent Spark here. So big bags, big rewards, and yeah, some change to the core system as well. Again, this is gonna stay permanently into the game. It's pretty cool. I'm definitely looking forward to try this event here in just a few days, next Tuesday. Log in, let's go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.